Well, hey there, guys. It's out in the garage again. Going through my junk, thought of you. You know, one of my favorite things to do is sit down and check out vintage comic books. So this right here is an original Lone Ranger comic book. Lone Ranger comic books debuted in 1948, actually January of 1948 by Dell Comics, and ran through May of 1962. Now there were over 145 different issues, and what's interesting is they're part of the golden age of comics. Well, what does that mean? Well, between 1938 and 1956, those are considered the golden age of comics. They were a different size, but they also debuted characters that were now huge. Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and the Lone Ranger. Now, the Lone Ranger first appeared in 1933 on the radio show WXYZ in Detroit, Michigan. The character was believed to be inspired by the Texas Ranger, Captain John R. Hughes, to whom the book The Lone Star Ranger by Zane Grey was dedicated in 1915. Zane Grey was an American author known for his novels and stories of the American West and frontier. There were 2,956 radio shows that aired throughout the history. Now, the radio series proved to be a huge hit and actually spawned a series of books, an equally popular television show that ran from 1949 to 1956, and then obviously comic books and movies. Now, what's interesting about this book in particular is that this is comic book number 1. So this was the first debut of the Lone Ranger in a comic book. On a scale of 1 to 10, well, actually 0 or no grade is the worst, but it means you just have a piece of paper, and 10 is pristine. This is a whopping 2.5, which means it exists. So if you look on the back, we can see some of the colors that they used. These older comic books, obviously they do change color with age. They didn't necessarily always use acid-free paper, and they also used very limited coloring because they didn't do it by hand. But what's more exciting than seeing Lone Ranger number 1 is having a higher graded Lone Ranger number 2. And that's all that's in the box, don't get too excited. So this is Lone Ranger number 2. So again, something kind of interesting. Maybe you're a comic book collector. I guess I like these in particular because I do a lot of field trips and a lot of journeys along the Eastern Sierra, which they used as the backdrop of the television series that they used. They also filmed more recent movies out there as well with the Lone Ranger. So I just kind of like that Americana and American West. So that's why I collected these. But maybe you're a big collector. Maybe you have one of these. Maybe you would like to see what the backside of this one looks like. Can't show you unless you go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk soon.